supposed to be. Oh girl, will you stand by me? I'm forever yours, faithfully.
Okay, let me shut down the music.
Circus life under.
Hi, morning everyone. Welcome back to Amy's Trading Journals. So it's 11th December 2020, Friday today. Topic for today, for the market weather. It is changing from rainy to cloudy. Yesterday we see it finally began to rain. But last night, the market for US, the three indexes, they disagree with each other again. We have Nasdaq up, but the other two just sideways there, down a bit. So it seems like the rain is now coming so soon. So it's a little bit unsettled here, right? So we're going to talk about how to deal with the unsettling situations based on the performance for Apple, Tesla, and Biontech. And yesterday, I also mentioned about these three stocks, right? Later, we check further details about these three stocks, how to deal with them. Now, the situation seems a little bit unclear, right? It's not so clear. Is it the correction really is coming? Or maybe it's just a sideway there. After the sideway for a while, the market would turn upward again. Okay, so how do we deal with such kind of uncertain situations? And for Singapore market, yesterday I also mentioned about YZJ and Yoma, right? So will these two stocks become future superstars? Why they have such potentiality to become superstars in future, right? And for Nanofilm, right? So I'm very proud of my previous predictions about it. Okay, later maybe I talk more. And also yesterday I mentioned about Thaibev. We have the first recircle for Thaibev, but the buy point not yet confirmed. And the last part is for individual stock at diagnosis, right? You have stocks to diagnose. You WhatsApp me privately. This is my WhatsApp number, 6592312307. WhatsApp me the name of your stock or the ticker of your stock. I will diagnose for you later, okay? Before we begin, all the stocks mentioned in the video are for the purpose of demonstration and education, not recommendation. Investors should be aware of the risks involved in stock trading and take full responsibilities for their own tradings. Okay, so let's check the market. For Nasdaq, we see the day before yesterday, right? We have the Tai Chi signal, yellow Tai Chi. But yesterday, last night, Nasdaq rebounded, it opened low, but in the end, the price closed higher than the low price of the previous yellow Tai Chi signal, right? I mentioned yesterday, we have the confirmation that the correction really is coming when the close price dropped below the low price of the yellow Tai Chi. But last night, that's a rebound. So it was supposed to run, or it was going to run, very likely it was going to run last night, but in the end, it didn't run. It just turned cloudy. It's cloudy. The run really is it coming? Currently, still need to wait and see. Maybe the price is sideways within the range of the low price and high price of this yellow Tai Chi signal for a while. Then finally, it break up the sideways again. Then maybe give us another possible rally in future. Because even if there is a correction in near future, we mentioned we can only regard it initially as the short-term correction, right? It's a short-term correction, so we have some short-term dangers. For medium-term to long-term, the direction still would be upwards, so the big picture never change. It's not that easy for the big picture to change completely. Now the big picture is market is going to be bullish for medium-term to long-term, that's for sure, right? Yes, we should still monitor the yellow Tai Chi signal, the low price, closely to see, for example, tonight, whether or not the price can really break down the low of the Tai Chi. Because I mentioned the Tai Chi signal very powerful. Once the price really drop below the low of the Tai Chi, the correction should be a medium-term, at least medium-term scale. If it's a very bullish market, maybe just some short-term correction, but most of the times for normal stocks, not so bullish stocks or bullish markets, effective breakthrough of the yellow Tai Chi means medium-term correction, at least a medium-term correction. For bullish ones, bullish market, bullish individual stocks, maybe a smaller scale correction, shorter term, right? This is for Nasdaq. Then for Dow Jones, no much progress has been made last night. Just the price still sideways around the 138.2% of the Fib golden retracement level, 30,028 points. And S&P 500, it went up a bit, rebounded a bit. The close price roughly the same as the day before yesterday close price. Also lingering around 138.2% of extended golden section or Fib golden retracement, the same thing. So in conclusion, for the US market, right, it is changing from rainy to cloudy. So whether or not the rain finally would come, not sure yet. It's unsettled yet. We still need to keep monitoring to know. The criteria to check is the low price of the yellow Tai Chi for Nasdaq. If Nasdaq drop, and then for the other two indexes, the price already a bit below the 138.2%, and then higher probability the other two indexes would follow. Okay, this is for US. Yesterday I forgot to talk about the Singapore and the other two indexes, Hang Seng and KOCI, right? So today I will talk about them. So for STI, we got the previous downward gap, unable to break up, strong resistance, and we have mentioned about this gap a long time ago, right? And what we see is now the price is around 80.9% of the golden Fib retracement level, and we see currently the price is already lower than the low price of this previous small yellow Tai Chi. Although this is a small yellow Tai Chi, still it is a yellow Tai Chi. Now the price is below the low. It is regarded as a bit weak, and 80.9% is the support level, is the current support level. The value is around 2,823 points. And if we check the current value, we have STI is rebounding now, right? The current value is 2,836 points by 0.42%, up by 0.42%. So means it's higher than the current immediate support level at 2,823 points. So how the Singapore market would fare in future mostly would be dependent on the US performance, okay? Including the other two indexes, Hang Seng and KOCI. Of course, KOCI, we say it has been quite bullish recently, especially when STI and Hang Seng are a bit weak, and the US also sideways there. KOCI actually is the most handsome guy if you compare the performance of these four indexes, of the four markets, right? QCI has been the strongest. Let's see, this is QCI. QCI, why it can be strong? Because I mentioned it has successfully cleared the strongest resistance around the 1,610 points. In my previous videos, I got a slip of tongue. I wrongly said the level is 1,510, but actually I mean to say 1,610 points, which is the longest blue bar here. This is chip distribution, right? The blue bar. The longest one, the top of this longest blue bar is around 1,610 points. The price has successfully cleared this strongest resistance, and we have rising space between this blue bar and this blue bar. And the top of this second longest blue bar above the current price is around 1,691 points, making it a wrong number, 1,690 points, right? So now we see the price is already very close to the level, and we are expecting that if the price continue going up in near future, it touch this level here, there would be some sort of resistance for short term at least. Okay, the target price for KOCI in near future. Currently, today is still in, is it in correction or is it in rally today for KOCI? Let me check. Where is KOCI? Okay, so it went up quite a lot, quite a forceful rally today. Now the price is 1,689 points. 1,689. You see, already reached the level. That's crazy, right? So I think in near future, the upward momentum may not remain so strong because the price already reached the significant resistance level here. So today already reached it because it went up by more than 2%. More than 2%, right? The index more than 2% of rally. That's crazy rally. It went up by 35 points until now, right? So it's a very forceful rally today, but short term, very likely there might be some sideway or some corrections, at least for short term. It's very likely, okay? This is for the market performance. We have checked the market weather, and you will see if, let's say, US really in near future give us the short-term correction, and then for QCI also it reached a significant resistance level, maybe also would follow the suit. You see, all the indexes, they let's say they influence each other, or they are closely related with each other, right? Especially the US market, it has great influence on the other. US drop for the other markets, they can always find a reason to follow, you see. Okay, interesting. Okay, then let's talk about the individual stocks. For individual stocks, firstly, about Biontech, right? So remember I mentioned for Biontech, the Biden news is the influence might be limited, right? I said the influence might be a limited influence because I analyzed for you already yesterday and the day before yesterday, right? I don't want to repeat again. Okay, so anyway, yesterday it rebounded, right? It rebounded yesterday, and I shared with you if the price continue dropping, my stop loss level is around $119.19, right? But you see, the price never really dropped to that low. That's close to my cost level, but it never dropped to that low. And yesterday it began to rebound, right? The reason also because we have the news, right? Good news here again. We have news yesterday, right? It said that a committee of experts, they recommending that the Food and Drug Administration of U.S. they grant the Pfizer and Biontech vaccine emergency use authority. So the experts are recommending the FDA to grant the vaccine, Pfizer and Biontech, and it is likely that this grant would come in near future, just in the next couple of days. And with such optimistic expectation about this grant, right? So in near future, I think the momentum, upward momentum for Biontech would still remain strong in near future, especially before the grant come, before the vaccine really granted. I think the upward momentum would remain. After the grant, then we should see how. For short term, whether or not we should take profit. For me, I would consider about that when to take profit after the news come about the final approval. All right. Yes, that's about Biontech. By then, I will let's say update again for you. Okay, about the Biontech when we have the news. Okay. Yes, this is for Biontech, and then before the good news yesterday, and when we have the bad news, right? When we have the bad news and the price drop that day, and during the trading slot, the drop is a very big one actually, and I think a lot of inexperienced investors in the market, they have been so frightened that many have already sold away this one. So this is something like the unsettled situation. This is the unsettling situation, and how to deal with it. I tell you, the best method is you set up your own trading principles, especially your stop loss level. If you already set your stop loss level, means you already get prepared for the worst scenario that might come. Then, as long as you have been prepared for the worst, then all the rest possibilities would be better than your worst scenario. Then, of course, you would be able to get your risks under control. That is the most important thing, because what we cannot control is how great the profit we can gain for our tradings. But what we can control is how much loss we can take. We want to, let's say, take. How much loss we want to take. That is your stop loss level. Because yesterday I already shared with you my stop loss level, and the price never touched my stop loss level. Today it began to, last night it began to rebound, and we also have the good news. And in near future, likely the upward momentum would remain. So that is how I can minimize my risks and my losses and maximize my profit. I have no idea yesterday whether or not in near future Biontech the upward momentum can resume again. But I was sure that I know where my stop loss level is. I have my risks or my losses under control. That's what I can control. What I cannot control is how much profit I can get from it. But what I can control is how much loss I am willing to take. Okay, so this is the best strategy to deal with unsettling situations like this. Apart from Biontech and also for Apple, yesterday I also mentioned about Apple, right? Apple yesterday it also rebounded. Before yesterday, the day before yesterday, right? So the price dropped. It seems like maybe the upward momentum is already gone for short term at least, the downward momentum is coming, right? But last night it rebounded. Of course, if you want to check, you also can get some news about Apple. For example, today I read an article talking about the Apple car project, because Apple has get prepared for this electronic car manufacturing. It has been a long time ago. They have begun that project to produce electrical cars, electrical vehicles, right? And yesterday we got some news about this cooperation with a certain company, to manufacture some parts for their electrical vehicle, their new electrical vehicle in future, right? So maybe because of such kind of good news, and then yesterday the price rebounded, and this is also the support at the red circle, right? Red circle is the support, but that's not the point. The point is, even if we don't know the good news, even if we don't check any news, we just check this candlestick chart. If you have already set your stop loss level, then you already get prepared for the worst. Then nothing would be even more worse, right? So your risk, your loss under control, but your profit, that is limitless. If we're lucky, maybe we can get great profit. If we're not that lucky, maybe we can get some small profit, or can at least lose small amounts. That's what we can guarantee, right? And yesterday, I also mentioned Apple stop loss level. You remember, I mentioned the first red circle, right? First red circle, the open price or the low price, very close to each other, right? Roughly the same level. Close price, open price or low price as your stop loss. If it never drop below that level, just keep holding for Apple. This is for short term. Yesterday, I also shared with you the medium term to long term trading strategies for Apple, right? I don't want to repeat again. If you didn't catch it yesterday, you can go back and check, all right? My video yesterday. This is Apple. Then for Tesla. Tesla yesterday, we have the day before yesterday, we have the Tai Chi, right? I mentioned about the Tai Chi signal, and I said if the price drop below the low of the Tai Chi signal, that's a confirmation to sell, at least for short term for Tesla. But last night, we got the price rebounded. When the market, the pre-market performance for Tesla, it dropped greatly, more than 5% when I was checking. That's a big drop, pre-market, right? But when the market opened, it just began to go up all the time. Of course, the pre-market big drop was caused by news again, right? You see, news again. It's about Elon Musk's SpaceX, his spaceship called SpaceX, right? So got this explosion. So that's why pre-market, the price, it dropped quite sharply. But you see, news would not be the evidence that we make our decisions, trading decisions, or could not be the only evidence for us to make a decision, trading decision. Mostly, we should always go back to check the candlestick chart. I shared with you a long time ago, the chart, candlestick chart, always has the final say for trading strategies. For me, that's it. That's my principle, my rule. I always check the candlestick chart to make a final decision, rather than just act based on news or gut feelings. Okay, so this is for Tesla. Until now, we don't have the confirmation to sell yet, right? If tonight the close price below the low of Tai Chi, I will sell. This is my trading principle, simple but very effective. You follow it, you can minimize your profit and minimize your risks and maximize your profits. This is how we can deal with unsettled situations. All right. Then Yes, this is for US market, right? Then how about Singapore? Singapore market, yesterday I mentioned about Yoma, C59, Yoma, and also later we talk about YZJ, right? So for Yoma, I mention it because if you check all the 16 lines of homely rainbow here gather together, right? This is the famous homely trading strategy based on homely rainbow called the gathering of 16 lines. I mentioned it yesterday. And once the big boys really enter more than 25%, this may give us very forceful rally in future. This pattern, very high success rate, very high probability. And the rally in future might be quite a big one for this pattern once get the support from the big boys. Now we are waiting for the big boys. Yesterday I mentioned, and today, if you check the performance today for Yoma, 359, right? Yes, a continue going up today, not so much, just the 3.5% until now. But what we can see is at least retailers gone completely. Big boys still a bit weak, less than 25%. But let's say if you want to take some aggressive trading strategy, you want to try, maybe you can try recently to buy even before the big boys reach 25. That's very aggressive trading strategy, right? If you are not that aggressive type, you want to be safer, then maybe you can wait until the big boys reach 25%. Of course, if you want the safety, then the cost should be your the sacrifice you should make would be your cost level would be a bit higher than if you take a aggressive buy point, earlier buy point, right? So you need to decide yourself. You want the aggressive buy point, or you want a safer but maybe a slightly higher buy point. It's up to you. Different types of investors, you may want to take different trading strategies. All right. This is for Yoma. We can keep close eye on it. It may have the great potentiality in future. And then also about YZJ, the same pattern. Oh, it dropped quite a lot today, right? It dropped quite a lot today. So we're still waiting for the big boys. If the big boys in future can really reach 25, stay around 25 quite stably, even increase, then that would be the confirmation. This one really is going to give up the big rally in future. You see also the 16 lines gathered together here. The only problem is no big boys. Our big boys quite weak until now. Alright, so this is for YZJ. And then yesterday I also mentioned about Thai beverage, right? So for Thai beverage, yesterday that's the first race circle. But it's not confirmed. The buy point not yet confirmed. Because we say first race circle, we need a close price in future clear the high price of the first race circle candle, but never the price break up the high. So we still need to monitor the buy point not yet confirmed for Thai beverage. It may have the potentiality for short-term trading, but not yet confirmed. Okay, so then the other stock I'm really proud of myself is the Nanofilm, right? So you remember the first time I talk about Nanofilm, that's in November. I think it should be the end of November, around 26th November. I talk about this stock because I checked the chart pattern. It's really beautiful one. It's a new IPO share, right? And we have the price break up the previous salary platform, and the big boys increase suddenly to be more than 75%. And the other reason is you check this company is a high-tech company. You remember I mentioned by then that for Singapore, we don't have so many high-tech superstars. Like in US, we got Apple, we got Tesla, we got NIO, those superstars, high-tech superstars. But for Singapore, we don't have so many superstars for technology stocks. And do you remember I mentioned maybe this one would be a superstar in future for Singapore high-tech stock. High-tech stock superstar in Singapore. And now it seems like my prediction is coming true. See, it's so strong. Yesterday, some members sent me the performance for Nanofilm. He said, wow, your Nanofilm is sold today by 10%. Because when I was talking about it in the noon, the rally wasn't so much. And yesterday was not the first time I talked about it. The first time is in November, the end of November, right? I talked about it for several times already about Nanofilm. So now you see it's still soaring. Then, if it's already very high, when to consider to sell? In future, I will update you again when it's about the time. All right. So this is about Nanofilm, and yes, I think that's more or less all about these contents, right? So let me check. Do I have anything missing? Oh yes, I've covered all the contents. Okay, so do we have a stock to diagnose for today? Any stock to check for today? Okay, some people ask about the CARG US stock, CARG, right? CARG. Nasdaq. Wow. Yes, this is birth of a dark horse. It's a $26 US stock and a volume okay, volume roughly okay. And this is birth of dark horse. We should be aware of the future yellow Tai Chi here. Can you see the yellow Tai Chi signal here on 7th October? Yes, this should be a near future resistance level for this stock. Car gurus, does it belong to the EV sector? Judging by the name, maybe, right? And yes, we have big boys increase significantly to be more than 50%. Retailers decrease further. This is a good sign. But I tell you, this one you keep monitor. You want to buy immediately tonight, it may be a bit aggressive. It may be a bit aggressive. So the safest would be you wait until the retailer disappear, right? You can mark the day when the retailer disappear completely as the key candlestick. If after that key candle, the close price in after that, it can clear the high price for that key candle you buy, then that's quite safe. And your stop loss, don't forget about stop loss, right? Your stop loss should be the open price for that key candle, or the close price, or the low price of that key candle. Let me just show you an example. You will understand what I mean. For example, taking any stock as an example, let's say you want to check what stock? NIO? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, so for NIO, previously it also has very big corrections, right? Very big corrections, and at the bottom area, we also have the price. You see here, the price break up the white lines of Homely Rainbow and all the lines gathered together here. But we don't have the retailer disappear, right? We can wait until, yes, this is the day the retailer disappear completely, right? And you see also that day the price break up or reach the high price of the previous yellow Tai Chi signal. And if you see the following day, the close price higher than the high of this key candle, I enter, or else I would just keep monitoring. So the following day, I enter. After I enter, this day, right, the following day, my stop loss would be the open price of this key candle here, right? You see? That's how it gave us the rally. Of course, let me remove the red and white circle. Of course, if you bought here, you need to decide whether you are looking for short-term trading or medium-term to long-term trading. If for medium-term to long, you just keep holding as long as the price remain above the yellow lines of Homely Rainbow, right? Okay, so this is how you can deal with the birth of a dark horse for your CARG. You can just wait for the future key candle when the retailer disappear completely. Okay, VRNT. Oh, this is uptrend share stock already. We got a lot of big boys. So I think because this friend is already our Homely member, all the stocks he has picked are good ones. They have all the stocks you picked have a great potentiality, and yes, you have been able to apply the red and white circle very well. Yes, it's the first red circle, and wait for the confirmation. Yes, just wait for the confirmation, get the confirmation, can try. But for this kind of first red circle, it's a long bullish candle. It might be a bit tricky for beginners because it's already a bit high for short term, right? So I previously shared with you, you always can check the half level of long bullish candles. Means your stop loss is the half here. If you buy tomorrow or tonight, in near future the price drop, as long as the correction remain above the half level, you can keep safely. Rest for sure. And if it drop below, maybe you can consider stop loss first for short-term trading. Okay, this is VRNT. The other one, Comfort Diogo, right? A Singapore stock. Comfort Diogo, I remember recently has been a bit weak. Yes, and today it begin to recent 3 days, we say it begin to rebound, but it's still white circle. It's still white circle. If it turn to red circle, I think it's going to turn to red circle very soon if the rally can continue. The upward momentum can continue. If it turn to red circle again, I think that would be very good timing to consider buy Comfort Diogo because it is the birth of dark horse previously. Then the price retreats to test the support of the white lines to test whether the birth of dark horse is the successful one or the false breakthrough. Okay, if in future the price get enough support and the white lines turn red circle again, and big boys will still have a lot, then you buy. That will be quite safe. Okay, either for short-term trading or for medium-term to long-term trading. Okay, so this is for Comfort Diogo. Do you have other stocks to check? If no other stock to check, I will call it a day for today. And in the end, don't forget about the open seminars for non-members this weekend. So the best one I recommend for you is Saturday morning, 10 to 12 p.m. This one, this is tomorrow morning, right? 10 to 12 p.m. This one because we have invited a master from China called Master Chen Chou to give you this seminar about grab the chance of crazy bull. This is a celebration for our 11-year anniversary. So this is very rare chances for you, very precious chances for you to attend the master class, a master from China. We seldom do this, so you should catch the opportunity or else you will regret. And then the other one I recommend for you is Sunday afternoon, 2 to 4 p.m. Sunday afternoon 2 to 4, this is mainly about the US market. If you are trading US, you definitely don't want to miss this one. US stock market chance of new year, conducted by our senior lecturer Linda Wang, who is very experienced with the US market. It's 2 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon, all right? So if you want to attend these seminars, you need to WhatsApp me your name and which session you'd like to attend, so that I can register for you for free. And this is my WhatsApp number, right? 65923122307. Okay, so that's all for today. And because it's already weekend, right? So weekend is coming, so I also wish you a nice weekend. And don't forget to support me by sharing my video and by giving me thumb ups and by liking my pages, right? So your support will be my biggest motivation. I will look forward to seeing you next Monday. Bye bye.